Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to the Fall of the Dungeon Guardians. So this is not level 7. In fact, this is level 6. I'm standing once again in front of my favorite location. And that's to solve the puzzle for once and for all. Because there is a pressure plate at the end here. And the same goes for a puzzle one level below. Behind the force field there is also a pressure plate. So I've actually, while not recording, silly me, I actually managed to land something on top of the pressure plate. The thing is, this is now my 4th attempt at throwing something onto the pressure plate while I'm actually recording. This is way more difficult than you would expect it to be. So you can flick anything in between, but you only have a very narrow space to flick things through. That makes it tricky. Armor is too large, so you're stuck with things like rings. Bow is a bit on the far side as well. Of course, there are the rocks that I can throw as well. And you have to be careful not to throw things into, and it bounced over. See, it hit the plate, and then it rolled off, so the plate came back up. So that doesn't count, unfortunately. Just to the side. Okay, let's start with rings. They're even smaller. They do hit the pressure plate. Not far enough. Actually, can I put it on top there? No. Thinking of maybe. Interesting. I'll put it on and it just bounces off by itself. You put down on the floor there, then I can lift the screen a little bit. Maybe use the upper hole here. It's easy to throw things further away because you're not throwing it into the bar over here. It's also easy to overshoot then. Final one, an amulet. Slightly larger than the rings. See, it hits the back wall and it doesn't really bounce back. So, potions. They also, you can throw them, they don't break. But it's really easy if you use the bottom holes that you undershoot, top holes you overshoot. So let's place this closer to there. Now I can lift the screen a little bit. Oh! Ah. If this were a hoop, I'd have scored a point. But fortunately, it's not about scoring points here. I'm so bad at this. Bounce, but it didn't bounce back far enough to hit the pressure plate. So, I try a bow. I think the bow was a bit too unwieldy to push through here. Oh, yeah! It actually hit and it stayed down. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Okay, that means we can actually go on with part 2. So, notice how the pressure plate hit, but nothing actually seemed to happen. The thing is, moving back to the beginning of this is the start of level 6. This is the first room. You notice that there are the 2 rooms to the side and the corridor in the middle. And if you look at the map, where am I? Should be looking at level 6, right? Yes. So, room, corridor. And you see there's now a grey tile over here. And that is because a secret door opened behind it. So, actually I'm hitting quick save. Boom. Okay, then we at least have that part of the journey out of the way. So, normally there was a closed door here, and now it actually opened up. So, that's the secret. And there are enemies over there. See, tiles. So there are enemies there. Imperial Guards. Look, this is the tunnel. The side tunnel. Hello there, Imperial Guards. How are you today? Let's do some good old-fashioned fighting. So let's thunderclap and do some rending. We suck out souls. We do some double shots and some volleys, and we stack some dots. Go, go, go. Okay, we're done casting our dots, which means this guy is gonna bleed out. So let's switch targets. Dots, dots. Let's see, we probably can have you cast another thunderclap or soul sucking. This one is also just gonna die, so let's switch targets to you as well. Boom, boom. Let's see, one of these, one of those, more of these. First one of the enemies died. Second one died. Slowly they all die. And I wasn't paying attention to my healer, who was getting way too much aggro. On the other hand, the enemy is dying as well, and they're doing it faster than we are. So it doesn't matter too much. Okay, and that guy is dead, so let's switch targets. Single shot, sniper shot, single shot. Dots, dots, shadow. And just do some more rending. Actually, disable that one as well. Just rend all the way. Interrupt the shield bash. We got this. We got this. Okay, so they didn't drop any loot. Let's revive or heal everybody, including the healer. Then we hit quick save and we move on with our lives. This is dark and scary, and there's something over there. Where am I? Ooh, Golden Knight. So let's see, let's do the question of where am I? Okay, so there is a room here on the way, and there's a Golden Knight here. That's not something I was counting on. On the other hand, we're only down 60 mana there, so we might be able to do this. Okay, so that means lead with some, build some instinct shots, you build some dots, you cast a Soul Eater, put this one up, and you are gonna have a hard time actually getting aggro, so that's actually the moment he hits, we do a taunt, and then we start building aggro. Okay. So, I hit my aggro meter. Probably not the best of ideas. Rip. It has a 12-second cooldown, so let's kick you for that. That's gonna raise aggro as well. And then just rend. Beaten Golden Knights before, I'm sure I can do it again. Smash. Yeah, well, I already used my kick, so too bad. Now I have to tank it. And hey, otherwise the healer gets bored, right? We can probably queue up some more dots after this. Actually, all the dodging and parrying and blocking, it is pretty darn useful. Okay, let's kick this one down. More healing, more rending, more of everything. Let's see, that one is just going out now. This one I'd rather not recast just yet. I mean, the most damage is on the final ticks, so actually don't want to refresh this too early, so just put a shadow ball in between. We continue. So far, our tank is tanking like a champ. Doing real well. Okay, so you are out of things to cast, but just refresh Dire Plague. We can actually recast the Torment, followed by some Shadow Balls. One of those, one of those. More of these, more of these. This one's almost falling off, but still good. Okay, so now we're taking some damage here, actually. Yeah, let's go to Super Saiyan mode. This is now the 100 health, that should be more than enough. More than enough. Also, our heal fell off, which might be useful to actually have on our tank. Interrupt the smash. And we got this. Just refresh all the attacks, but we already got this, he's dead. DEAD. And we got a level up for our healer. So this is also one of the things, because I skipped a couple of secret rooms, and to come to think of it, I actually skipped a part of the very first level. I'm missing out on little bits of experience. And this game, all the monsters, they are placed in such a way that before certain boss fights, there is a certain number of monsters that you could kill and that you could gain experience from, which allow you to reach certain levels. So half of my party wasn't leveled up to level 7 before facing the boss of the act. So that was actually a fight that was much more difficult than it should have been, because I didn't have enough levels on me. Hey, interesting. We have another tree. Oh no, this one. Power from the Dead Kingdom. 5% chance to restore 10% of total mana. Ooh, and we gain a new skill. Last Incantation. Heal the target for 118 HP over 18 seconds. When the incantation finishes, Seal of Necromancy carrier is healed for 31. Oh wow, that's an extra heal. That's pretty powerful. Could have been very useful in a boss fight, right? So yeah. Let's see, did we get any loot here? So the Snake Ring of the Dash. Let's see what it does. So let's rearrange things to have the potions all stacked. So it's an agility thing. That means it's for him. So we gain 1 agility if we replace the level 2 Snake Ring of the Rebel. We lose 3 stamina. We gain a bunch of haste and hit chance, and we lose some expertise. So expertise, I think, only related to melee attacks. I think he's got it. See, expertise, it reduces the enemy chance to parry your attacks, but since this is a ranged guy, expertise actually doesn't do anything. So that's no loss. 3 stamina means 15 life, but if we gain a bunch of damage and faster attacks, that might be worthwhile. So that's going to be the Snake Ring of the Rebel. So again, 0.3 damage per second. But faster attacks is always useful. And the hit chance bonus against level 7 is now more than 100%. So we are guaranteed to hit things if I read this correctly. Which I'm pretty happy with. Okay, so let's hit save and move on. See if there's any more interesting things in the corridor here, or if reaching this level is... Okay, so we're almost there. It seems like to be a linked series of rooms. So actually quite a bunch of work went into this. Ah! So, this is where we were standing, looking into here. And I was always thinking that the darkness here, it indicated it was like a staircase down of some sorts. That's how I perceived it. Turns out, it's not. So I threw a whole bunch of crap in here. Let's just pick those things up. Boom! Backspace for auto-looting. It's pretty awesome. Ah, cool. And we can actually grab everything, including the rocks and the things that we threw to land on here. Because we have this passage out that we can take. So that's the function of that. It's a way out without actually having to leave anything in here. just for completeness sake. Also, you. No, you're not a secret button in a secret room for more secret things. So then we can just jump out of here. Can we? I think so. Okay, so I've uncovered everything in here. All the things have been mapped. And there doesn't seem to be any rooms left to explore, which is good. That means we can move on to the next level. Oh, also, before we go, let's filter through all the things we got. So this bow, it's a level 5 bow. It means it's the one we threw. Some old trinkets. I'm actually just gonna keep some of the old trinkets. Same for stones. They are for throwing. Snake ring. This is level 2. This is level 5. This is my old armor. Epic shell horn of the deer. That's level 6. Now I'll have to look at that one. Put the potions back where they were. This is a level 1 ring. That's old. This is a level 6 short sword. Let's have a look at it later. And that's another low level ring. So, epic shell horn of the deer. It's a level 6 trinket. It boosts agility, critical chance, and haste. Currently we have a trinket. Where's the trinket slot? No, an amulet, rings. Oh, this is the trinket. So this is boosted strength and agility. Well, we don't really care that much about strength. Agility, though, is our jam. So a whole bunch of extra crit chance and haste is going to make our archer a very happy guy. Damage is going to go up. Crit chance influences how much bleeding we do. It's 24.4% right now, boosted to 26%. Haste went up a little bit. Global cooldown is now 5.15 rather than 5.4 seconds. So, all in all, that's pretty cool. Let's see, in this short sword, I think we got something better already. We gained some willpower and haste, so this is more of a caster thing, but willpower is a bonus stat for casters, not primary, because that's awareness. So, unfortunately, this doesn't count. Let's see. So, pick up some, actually the boots, they are not really useful for throwing either. Let's go down. So, we are now here on, what is it, level 5. And here we have the same room with another pressure pad that we can throw stuff onto. So let's see what this level has to offer. Once again, there's a pressure plate behind the energy field. I'm gonna hit quick save. But it's easier this way, because I only need to throw it a little distance and there's no bars in the way. So let's take an armor. That's pretty big and easy to throw. Yeah. I was saying. I was saying something about easy, right? Seriously, last time I tried this in one go. Everything is more difficult on camera. Everything. Well, that's why I took multiple items. Yay! And I can loot everything back up. So, okay, so that means I should probably move things back down here. Just to not confuse them with the useful things we will pick up later. This is all just throwing fodder. Hit quick save once again. And let's have a look. Oh no, what's here? What's here? It's another golden knight. But it's level 5, not level 6, so we have an even easier time now to deal with it. And we can try out our fancy new heal spell. I'm really excited about this one actually. This is gonna be so cool. And this is also very nice for off healing, by the way. I mean, 120 health over 18 seconds, and then afterwards we give the seal carrier another bonus heal. But the nice thing is, I can just mix it in between to heal our archer or any of the other guys that actually gets some damage over time on him, while keeping the seal on the tank, and afterwards the tank will receive a small heal as well. So Very, very good. Okay, so I'm not gonna do any casting until we are in line with the guy, otherwise we'll just miss. Okay, so let's start stacking the dots. So, Soul Eater, that's always good. Then we do some Soul Suckage. Actually, last incantation. Just stack it on top of the tank. Why not? Why not? Rip, hip, we take it. Also, do some branding. Let's taunt first. Then we can interrupt the smash. That smash, yes. So one of these, then probably not one of these. Now we do another Shadow Ball. Extend the instinct shots to get 5 charges. So this one now has 2 healing auras and a rip on him, or 2 heal over times on him. He should be in a lot better shape than before. So we do a kick, boom. What's the cooldown on this? It's pretty amazing. It's almost like the Necromancer is a proper healer now. It's mind-blowing. But on the other hand, we'll just have to see how this pans out. Okay, let's review things. This one is a pretty heavy cooldown, so let's cast another one of these and then go back to Soul Sucks. Seal is still on. You do a sniper shot afterwards. I think after we are done casting this, we can probably do a Dire Plague and then we can refresh the Torment. Okay, let's go. Smash. Can we interrupt it? No, this is gonna be a headache. Oh, we parried it. That's even better. So this one we just refreshed, this one is still going, so we just stack a couple of Shadow Balls. Actually just do 2 of them and then we'll see how the cooldowns are. This one is still ticking, so there's no point in actually casting it. Also the quick refresh on this means we can actually keep Last Incantation active on 2 different targets, maybe even 3 different targets. So if we are facing enemies that just won't stay on target, we can spread the Last Incantation love around. And after each one finishes, we will get another tick of healing on the main target. And in between we can do Soul Sucks. But the thing is, let's see, this does 16 HP. Tripled, so that's 48 HP in healing. In basically one go. That's the main advantage of Soul Suck. It heals almost 50 HP in a single healing. It has a cooldown of 6 seconds, cast down time of almost 4. So let's say that we can cast this 6 times per minute. This one, it's gonna run for just over 18 seconds, has a bit of a cooldown, a cast time to it, so if you add everything up, you can cast this also 6 times per minute. But on a single target, it's only going to be efficient 3 times per minute. So you can basically keep this up full time on 2 different targets. That's quite some healing. So I'm going to have to get a feel for it, how efficient it's going to be. If it would actually be useful to put it on off targets in order to heal your main target and things like that. But I'm rambling, so let's get back to it. Let's kill this guy. Smash, smash. Yes! Oof, I was barely in time. But I made it. Okay, we just fired the sniper shots, so let's build more instinct shots. Let's see, we have a taunt here. So we can actually just do a warning shot in between and then just steal aggro back. Especially since this is only swings, doesn't really matter. We can take some of the pressure off. Also, once we do... This one is 10 seconds remaining. Yeah, okay, we need one of those more. It's always a waste if you're waiting for 5 seconds and you could be casting something else. But I digress. So, let's do it this way. That's another swing. Okay, so we actually just naturally stole back our aggro by just stacking rents and rents and rents. But the nice thing is, oh, we need to refresh the heal seal. Nice thing is that we can put one of these on Thomas. Then time enough afterwards we can put another one on these. And then we do another soul suck. And he's probably going to be dead before then. Yep, smash, boom. Blocked it. Bye bye. So, give me my loot. What did we get? Fire bracers. They're level 5. So, would have been nicer to get them earlier. On the other hand, they're still pretty freaking awesome for our monk. We lose a little bit of willpower, we gain some armor, crit chance and haste. Also there's awareness on these things. Let's see, the willpower is mana and mana regen. We gain some defensive things, but the crit chance might be useful, and the haste means we can stack multiple skills faster because the global cooldown goes down. 5.35, let's see what would it change to. 5.26. It's not a big change, but it's a small enough change. So we lose 2 points of mana. That's not really a lot. In terms of defense, it's armor 20.9. Gain a little bit. It's a small trade-off. Crit chance though, 16.8. Okay, we gained 1.5% there. On the other hand, we upgraded old gear to new gear. That's always a good thing. Well, almost always. Item upgrades in this game aren't always strict upgrades. Ooh, Diamond Ring of the Bedrock. It's epic. +4 strength, -2 parry. That seems useful for him. I mean, it's strength, stamina, and parry. That's a win-win-win situation, I suppose. Let's see, which one do we replace? Let's see, losing 2 strength and gaining 17 parry. I mean, it's 16.8. Becomes 18.6. That's a nearly 2% increase in parry chance, and it seems parry actually kicks in quite a lot, so it's a very useful thing to have. So then we have another ring, 6 strength, 3 stamina, which the other one is begging to replace itself with. When we lose 5 life, what we gain 6 strength, and we lose 19 parry, which is pretty significant. But how much does I think parry actually boosted, or strength boosts parry, so how much in practice does this mean we lose? Let's have a look at it. 18.6. We lose 1.6%. That's quite a bit. Because all we gain for it is some damage, I suppose. Yeah, 0.3 damage per second. That's not worth it, in my opinion. So, Old Ring gets retired. Yeah, there's nobody who will benefit from this otherwise. But the nice thing is, we have now solved all the secret levels here. Let's see, level 4 we did a clear. Still curious about this. There is a Rockslide here, and it looks like there's a secret room, but it's actually a Rockslide. Level 3, level 2, and level 1. So level 1, I actually went all the way around, and I forgot to clear out a little bit. Just looking at the party, how much experience do you have? 1300. This guy is level 6 still, not level 7 like the rest. So I'm assuming if I go back all the way to level 1 and just clear out the trash mobs there. I mean, by now they're considered trash mobs, right? I mean, I'm level 7, they're level 1. I'll gain enough experience to actually get everybody to 7. So I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that off camera. I mean, this is way back. So I'm just gonna clear out all the bits in level 1. And then next episode we're just gonna continue in level 7. And everybody will actually be level 7. So that way the challenge is gonna be a bit fairer, I suppose. I was making it hard. This is a challenge game playthrough, right? Playing on a difficulty level that's above the normal difficulty level. I play. Let's see, where do I have to? Oh wait, doesn't matter. I go down anyway. My party is not a typical party. I've got a tank. I've got an archer. I have a necromancer instead of a proper healer. I've got a warlock who doesn't actually do a lot of debuffing. All he does is damage over time. So there are more optimal party choices you can make. The difficulty level could be lower. So this is a challenge by itself. So I can use all the help I can get. And in this case, thinking best going back down to the cellars to level 1 to clear out the trash mobs there will definitely be useful. The items are going to be trash because I have high level items now. But the experience, it might just help me deal a bit more easy with encounters on higher levels. So that's what I'm going to do. But for now, I thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you again next episode in level 7. Bye bye.